All righty then. Let's see about the music. Okay, I think we are live, at least I hope so. So this is where we are, right? We can pick stuff up, right? We can equip it to the right hand, we can equip it to the left hand, and yeah. The problem is now how to set up our shield. And so this is going to be short and sweet. We have like about an hour to do this. Hello, Nue. Nice to see you. Nice to see you here with us today. How's your game dev journey? How's your life treating you? How's everything? Thank you for dropping in. So we need to handle the issue with the shield, and you have two textures here, tight and normal, because if I pick up the shield, equip it to the left hand, right now it's just there and only on one side. So we have to figure out a way to set it up properly for our wonderful shield. So let's take a look at what we have here. We have a shield which doesn't have the position set up yet. It has in-hand texture, which makes sense, but I believe we'll have to extend our weapon racers who have in-hand texture, but probably we'll also need to have optional yeah, we'll have to extend it. So one problem we have right now, if you take a look at the shield, it's squeezed, right? And this is because of, let's go to main 2D. If this is a shield, right, we can even see it in the remote nodes. You can guys hear me? I hope you can hear me well. And we go to remote and we focus on the shield. The problem is going to be with the size of it, mainly with the size of the sprite. So if I go to pickup item, I can see that the doesn't have anything here. So if I just load shield, right, is it going to get squeezed? It looks like it does, right? Let's go to stop it, go to main. It kind of does look normal though. But it has a wrong collision shape. Shield, we only have shield inventory collision shape. Which is incorrect. Right, because if we drew the collision shape, it just gets, yeah, it's squeezed for some reason. So what we can do is just say this is 10 by 12, which is not correct. And then if we open shield PNG, we can see that this is 9 by 11. So in theory, this should be good. It gives us an offset. But why is it squeezed? Or am I going crazy here? Let's see. Now this does not look correct. The question is why? This is shield. It has a position. Why does it get squeezed? Let's see, do we do anything strange in code? No. Not really. There has to be something. Center enabled texture does not repeat. Visibility is good. You can see it, right? I'm not like crazy here. This, okay, let's change this to quick load, and that should be shield inventory. Now it is looking good. Is it because I am a little bit crazy here? Let's see. Okay, we had two in the very same place. That's why it was looking strange. Okay, so we have two shields. Perfect. And then if we pick it up, we can actually equip it to the left hand. And as you can see, this does not look correct. But we actually have to fix this a little bit. Let's start by taking a look at our weapon resource. It has in-hand texture. I wonder whether we should... Is shield a weapon? Technically, yes. But we have to extend it and say side in-hand texture. Hi from Azerbaijan, Rashid. Hello, brother. Azerbaijan, never been to Azerbaijan. I would love to. I've heard it's beautiful, like many new republics, right? It just seems so far away and exotic. How's your day? How's your game dev treating you? Right? How's the game dev scene in Azerbaijan? Right? I'm really interested. Like I suppose it's completely different than what we have here in Poland, right? Do you know any famous game dev studios or game devs from Azerbaijan? I would love to check it out. So yeah, tell me. I'm always interested. Okay, so let me see. We need side in-hand texture, which is going to be optional. Which then, if we go to shield, inventory item, no, we need shielders. Okay, we need side in-hand texture, which is going to be this one. And we are like almost set, I believe. We just need to calculate a few things, right? So if we go to player, we need to load here the, what do we need? We need shield here. Okay. And then we can start setting up everything that we need here, because this looks correct. So I would love to see editable children. Okay, and now we can play with this. We will get the transform, and remember this is, oh no, for we are starting on the left, correct? Yes. Okay, so on the left we need to actually load this side, shield side. Okay, and its rotation. How can I become as good at programming as you? Moyo. Wow, thank you. Really good question. I don't think of myself as a great programmer, right? I just think I'm good with simplifying things, right? There's no secret, really. It's just the amount of scenarios and bugs and code I wrote. So it just comes to years of experience. But when you're starting, one good advice would be to focus on a single language, right? Don't try to jump like from I don't know, GDScript to C#, from Unity to Unreal to C++. It's like learning to play an instrument, okay? So there are some things that are repeating all over the programming landscape, as it is with playing instrument. There's always rhythm, there's always melody, the scale, right? The composition of music. But if you'd like to learn about music, you pick up one instrument, like a piano or a guitar, right? And then if you learn about the rhythm while playing the guitar, it's easier to understand the rhythm when playing piano. So focus on single engine, single language, and that's gonna help you get better understanding of programming overall. Control flows statements like if or switch or match, loops, functional programming, it's basically in every single language. That's why I can write the game using GDScript, or I can write it the very same way using C#. So focus on single thing, and as much as possible, focus on doing your own stuff. That's why I always encourage you to, after finishing given tutorial, just extend it, add your own stuff, build on top of it, so you can solve some problems on your own, not only by copying the code. Rashid, actually I am a backend developer, but I started to learn Godot from your lessons. Thank you for that. I know Polydream, Dynamic Animation, and Cool Bears. I'm a front-end developer. Like I'm in my real life, real job, I'm a web developer, right? So I'm not a full-time game dev. Okay, let's try this. Let's check those guys out. Cool Bears Game Studio. Let's say Baku, Azerbaijan. Okay, let's check those guys out. New website. Okay, let's check the old website. Boxing Physics, Mad West VR. Cool stuff. VR, Boxing Physics. That looks cool. I'd love to check it out. There's a web version of that. Do I want to... Oh, made with Unity. Okay, the guys are working with Unity. This is cool. Right, can we just disable the sound? Guest, one player, crazy mode. Okay, how do you attack? Change character. Okay, play, but how do you... Ow! So it's like... Kinda cool. Yeah. That's the problem when you're starting, right? And I had it the same way. Like, you have this idea in your head and you're trying to implement it, right? But you don't even know where to start and how to approach given problem, right? Like, I want to do this. I have this whole, I don't know, feature or system in my head. How do I start implementing it, right? And I understand that's the issue for most people. So there are two advices I can give you. Due Mojo, I hope I'm not butchering your name. One is, when starting, you will have to rely on some type of information from internet, whether that's a tutorial, a forum post, right? Because you just have to search like, how do I make my character shoot, right? Because you've never done that before and you don't even know how to start. So you have to build on top of someone else's knowledge that you have to internalize and understand. But then, so that's the first advice, like just use internet. The second is, if you're doing that and building something on your own, you kind of have to simplify it, like split it to the bare minimum problem. Okay, I want my character to shoot, but what does it mean really? Okay, I want a projectile to move across the screen. Okay, so you see that's quite a different statement, because now we simplified the shooting system to moving projectile across the screen, which can mean moving either sprite across the screen or moving a 3D object across the screen. And then we can move to the next step with that. Okay, so now the sprite is moving across the screen. Now I need to know when it hits something. So the problem now is, how do I do collision detection in given game engine, right? So every single time you're thinking about some kind of feature or system, you have to, before you even start coding, you can do it on a paper sheet. You can just write the steps on how to make it as simple as possible, breaking it into steps. So if we think about, for example, I don't know, racing game, right? Okay, how do I implement acceleration and deceleration? Probably I should use some kind of force or velocity applied to 3D object. Okay, that makes sense. So how do I accelerate and decelerate a 3D object, right? Okay, then I would like my wheels to spin. Okay, how do I rotate given 3D object, a tire, around given axis, right? When programming, when creating things, when being creative, always try to simplify things to the most bare bone approach there can be. Like, for example, here I'm trying to implement the shield functionality, right? And the issue I'm trying to solve right now is not how do I block the projectile, but first thing is, how do I display my shield correctly, That's what I'm focusing on right now. So the rotation is gonna be 180, I believe. So we can take that value and go to here, and I'm going to know that left rotation is going to be minus 180. Is it minus 180 or is it 180? Okay, 180. So we're going here. This is 180. Then let's see. And left attachment position, of course, we need to copy this value and pass it here. Then we're going to the right side. Okay, so let's actually move it here and let's rotate it 0. Okay, we could do 13 and 4. Well, actually no, it's a little bit too low, right? 13 and 2. So I can copy this value and put it here. Since these are like mirrored, I probably can put it here. Okay. And then the rotation is 0. Then we need to go to the front. So I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna change the texture to just shield texture. And how can we display this from the back? Does it look good? If we up the order, this looks acceptable. I think at least we know that there's shield there. What if you do? Yeah, we really would need like different sprite. Maybe this would make sense to me, like a symbol of the fact that yeah, we're shielding from that position. Okay, so this is 0 and minus 10 and 0. So we're going here, and this is back, right? And 0, and then we go to front. So we move it around here, and we need to put it in front. So that's why we can do front and 10. And I believe that's all for this one, but we actually need to make it work right now. So going back to our, this is right hand weapon sprite. Maybe this should be just weapon sprite. And we know that we'll need another action here. So in input map, let's add an action that's going to be called block. And for now, let's just use B to do that. But this is going to be a little bit more complicated. Is action just pressed? Oops. Block. Okay. So we would like to block with our shield. Do you want to play attack animation? I don't think so. Like, attack is for attack, so we won't do that. We need attack data and attack direction, but this time it is going to be a little bit different, right? We have attachment position, direction. What we don't have though is a texture. We just assume that this is set up properly, but it's not. In the case of log, that will be depending, right? But for now, let's just bloop, copy it, and see what we get. Okay, so this should be empty probably. Let's clear this. That should update in game, right? Perfect. Okay, so I'm just equipping my shield, and yeah, whip and get data for direction. It's not working because the attack direction, goes from playing the animation, right? That's why it's not there. Okay, and we're not showing anything because this should happen when we equip stuff. So yeah, we equip the stuff, and in remote, just find the combat system, and okay, it's not equipped. So if I equip it right now, there's that, and now there's shield. Okay, so this is problematic, but we can figure it out. What we need basically is the is to duplicate that and call this left, and it doesn't have to be weapon sprite even, because it can be something else. We can give it unique access modifier, and then what we do here is we set active weapon, but we don't pass here the hand, right? So Arnold Schneider, hey, hello, welcome, how are you today? How's your wonderful journey? How's your programming, game developing journey? Hello and welcome. What we need to pass here is also slot to equip, right? Because now we know that slot to equip is a string, and we can just check it and print it. Slot to equip. Okay, and I have this, and that's going to be left hand. Okay, we have some errors here. Left hand sprite. Can be found. Oh, it does not transition. Okay. I have to add it here, right? Can I? How do I... If I disable this... Okay, so how do I apply this? That would be cool if you could just apply the changes here. Looks like a... Trev, hello again. Hello, my friend. Nice to see you. How are you? What are you up to today? How's your programming journey going? Hi, guys. Okay, let's paste it here. And that should fix that problem. Perfect. And now I can just equip the left hand, and I get the information that we are indeed equipping to a left hand, which is great because somewhere here we have set active weapon. Okay, and then I can just if on the slot to equip, that's gonna be either left hand. But then we do, what do we do? We need the information about the, okay, we need to change this. This is going to be right hand collision shape. And then we also need left hand collision shape. Okay, now I can say if else if slot to equip is equal to right hand. Okay, then this is going to be correct. And here we apply right hand collision shape. And then we can do the same for the left hand. Left hand shape is equal to weapon shape, and oh, this inventory. Oh yeah, yeah. Trev, that's true. Bracky's new tutorial have landed. We are so glad to have the master back with us. This time on Godot. Like, I love the guy. He was the one I was watching when I was learning about Unity. And yeah, he really got me into game dev programming. So I just hope he will make more tutorials of great quality, for which he's known for. Okay. And we have in-hand texture now. So what we'll do is we'll do left hand collision shape to the show. No, left hand sprite. So what do you think of his tutorial? Yeah. He mentioned that he will be doing one about GDScript precisely. Guys, if you want to enhance your GDScript coding skills, I definitely encourage you to watch it. I will be watching it, even though I think I know GDScript pretty well. But there's always room to grow and learn. So yeah, definitely I will be watching him too. Like, he's famous, right? He's the best. Here I am just trying to mimic what the giants of coding, of game dev, YouTube tutorial space have done. But definitely check him out. Okay, let's see now whether we can properly set up our shield. Okay, and we use B to block. and it doesn't work at all. Why is that? Left hand sprite show. His tutorial was super in-depth but so well laid out. Yeah, he tends to do this, like just giving you the right amount of the information for you to learn something valuable and also feel accomplished, which is great. Which is, I went into the direction of rather lengthy complete tutorial for you to be able to complete like a full game. He also did that in his tutorial where you're creating simple but very fun platformer. So this is great. Yeah, he's, well, you know, I'm not going to brag or complain, but the difference is that he is able to do it full time, right? Oh yeah, shaders, man. Don't get me started on shaders. I would just love to take a week off of work, right? And just like just spend a week doing the shaders tutorials. The things that you can accomplish with shaders are remarkable, right? And that's how I believe you're going to be feeling about programming and game engines for a long time. They are so extremely complex, right? Like if you take a look even on Godot, right? There's a part of information and knowledge about 2D, 3D, creating given specific type of game, creating environment, shaders, releasing mobile games, storing and handling data, mobile inputs, input events. There's a lot. So definitely don't do what I did. Oh, yeah, my man. We have something like this. Do you know about Godot Shaders webpage? Like, there's maybe, I don't know whether there's a complete tutorial on it, right? But you can get the code, get the demo project, and just start playing with this. Like, this is just, yeah, this is just wonderful, right? Some of them are rather simple, and I would suggest starting with those, but there are also more complex, right? No, just hammer at it. If you want to learn about the there's 22 pages of it, but if you want to learn about GDScript, or I mean how to create the shaders, there's this, like this I believe is all code, but always remember that you have Godot shaders visual script editor, right? I have a tutorial about shaders, just like a little bit, where I show you that everything that can be done within a code, right here, the very same effect can be achieved with visual shader editors. No worries. Happy to help. We're here to share the knowledge and help each other. Okay, and now we need to figure out why our shield is not showing. Okay, so I equip it and there's nothing. So let's go to remote. Let's go to player, combat system, left hand sprite, and the texture is empty. Okay, well, we can just, no, I'm trying to do the web debugging. We can just try and debug this. Yeah, just like Unreal, right? And remember, stick to one engine, really. Don't jump from Unreal to Unity to Godot to GameMaker. Just you have to decide, really. And I decided on Godot for the type of the games which I would like to create, which are like more simple 3D games and 2D games, and I'm really happy. But if I would like to go for 3D, full scale, crazy graphics, complex stuff, I would go with Unreal. Okay, so let's see. This looks good. This looks good. And this looks good. And it has in-hand texture. So after we let it run and go to left-hand sprite, this is empty. Why? Is it here? It's been populated here. And this makes me wonder. That's gonna be a problem. But is it really? Because what we can just do is just write, don't care, hide everything. Okay. Picking it up, equipping it. This is left hand. Is the left hand sprite not it is populated? Why doesn't it show? I must be doing something stupid, obviously. Let's go to the combat system. That should also play, right? Can we get this a little bit higher? Okay. Let's see. We can drop it. Perfect. You can equip it. We have the breakpoint. Okay. I close this and I hit block. And we should get the attack direction and attack data. And the texture is empty. And why is that? Do we do anything strange with no, the problem is that the texture is empty. There's something stupid going on, and I know that. There's left-hand sprite. There's a weapon. The weapon has in-hand texture. The weapon. Wait. Or am I being crazy here? Because this has a texture, this has in-hand texture and side in-hand texture. So this is correct. Or is it? Because, okay, hold on. Did you move the node to left hand? Which node? Trev. Because the combat system has a reference to left hand sprite and right hand sprite. And I just need to set that texture here, and it's not setting. So any like tips on that, I'm really glad to hear. This is left hand. There is left hand sprite, and the weapon has in-hand texture. And I move the second sprite. What about it? What guide me here? Guide me here. What about this second? What about the second sprite? They should be displayed like independently. Why is it setting? Yeah, that's how actually what you always see in tutorial is like finished product, but that's actually how most of making of the tutorials for me looks like. Okay, and it should be there, and it's not there. Weapon in hand texture. Okay, let's be stupid about this. Let's be really dumb about this. No, you're good. You're good. You mean I mean the sprite 2D. Did you move the node to left hand? Which node? Yeah, the left hand, like as you see, there is left hand sprite node for that. But let's be really stupid about this and let's see what we get here. This should be null, that's correct. But then it has a texture. So it's there, but it's not there. Okay, let's be even more stupid about this. I do pick up an axe. I go here to remote, to right hand sprite, and I see the texture. Okay, I go back and I equip the shield to left hand. Right. And the texture is empty, but this gets set. So what am I doing wrong? Wait. Hello, Turbo Justo. Hello, how are you? How are you doing? How's your game dev journey? How's the day treating you? Is it, it might be really stupid, but is it because I copied the note and for any reason that's making it not unique? That would be, that would be stupid, right? But okay, let's, everything is great. That's wonderful to hear, right? What are you working on? If you don't mind me asking. And we need a collision shape. Okay, and where's my music? I have like about 20 more minutes for that stream before my fiance comes back. Okay, this is like brand new thing. We can even like do new reference. Right, new name, new everything. But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I am. Oh yeah, yeah. Don't get me started on the amount of projects that I have. Like I'm working on Zelda currently, but I have a fighting game and a racing game in preparations. I have a puzzle game. Like literally, why are we doing that to ourselves? Like there's no time to finish everything. Um, yeah, sort of, kind of, like nothing like specific when it comes to given edition of Zelda, but I'm just going for more of a Zelda vibe, right? Classic Zelda vibe with some enemies, some spells, some merchant, some different areas. So yeah, like, but I'm not like, oh, that's specifically. I have asteroid mining game and a Souls-like and city builder politic has game. Yeah, like, why are we doing that? I wish we could all just focus on a one single thing. That would be perfect, right? Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, your projects sound nice as well. So this is interesting now. In the remote, we have left and sprite. Okay. Okay, I know what it is, and this is just stupid. This is because of that, right? Yeah, I know. I have, like, today, the idea popped in my mind for a rhythm game. For a simple but fun shooting rhythm game. And I was like, I wish. Oh no, don't get me started on that. Like, I work a lot in my current job, and also me and my fiance we're like exactly 1 month away from our wedding. So there are dancing lessons, there are lots of preparations and work, and sometimes I have to, you know, help around the house with cleaning, spend time together, sleep, like go to gym once in a while because my back hurts if I from sitting if I don't go to the gym. And we don't even have children yet. So I know how I'm going to manage with everything. Like I really need the day to be like 30 hours instead of 24. Really. But hey, we have to do our best with the time we are given, right? Yeah, 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 exactly. Because I play bass and I play drums a little bit, and I don't feel like I have a very big problem trying to keep up the rhythm when playing instrument. But then, if we go to dancing lessons, oh yeah, well, you know, Godot isn't really for super realistic 4K ray tracing stuff like that, but you can achieve pretty spectacular things with it. We can, for example, we can take a look at Road to Vostok. Where are you guys? I've lost you here for a second. Oh, here we are. Yeah. But take a look at the Road to Vostok. It looks pretty nice, right? As you can tell, probably. Oh, sorry. So you can achieve, yeah, fine. Finland's great. I actually plan to visit Finland, really. But you can achieve really good graphics fidelity, very good graphics quality with Godot. I have a slight problem with Unreal, but if a game is made in Unreal, I can like almost immediately tell, because the foliage always looks the same, because of how the engine rendered the graphics, right? And I love Unreal. It's a great piece of software. My one problem with it is that it's extremely heavy and slow, and especially after using Godot, I just couldn't switch. So you can achieve good graphics quality with Godot, and I believe it will only get better as we go and the engine gets upgraded, right? What cases should you want to use it? I would definitely recommend it for 2D games, like 100%. But also for games that are like low poly, maybe, or simpler 3D graphics. Also, if you take a look at the games that are really popular and made a lot of money, you can see that how do you warning content, how content warning. Yeah, so the content warning is like the very popular game on Steam right now, and if you take a look at the graphics, like it's at Unreal level. Like it's just something low poly, toonish, something like that. So for us, really, as a indie game developers, does the engine really matters? I'm gonna say no. Stick with the one that makes you feel the same best, which you are devoted to invest your time in. And don't get me wrong, you can get those graphics, I believe, both in Blender, in Godot, Unity, and Unreal. So does it matter in the end? I'm gonna say no, not really. Just learn given engine. Yeah, Godot doesn't have anything to prove. That's correct. That's correct, Jeff. That's why I also love Blender. Like it's open source, open to everybody. Everybody can contribute. You have a nice, cool idea. Just shoot the PR on create a plugin. I feel it is more about direction. Yes, that's correct. The same goes for example, Helldivers, which I was sure was made in Unreal Engine, but it is not. It's just some I believe Autodesk custom engine that they extended inside of the Arrowhead company. So yeah, what if you look at the Elden Ring, which is beautifully stunning, is it really about the amount of polygons or how LOD is being rendered by an engine? No, it's about atmosphere, the art direction. That's more important. And don't get me wrong, you can give your players the atmosphere and feelings that they're looking for, no matter the engine. For example, if you take a look at a game that is very, very interesting and really gives you that anxiety, it's of course Escape from Tarkov, because you're afraid of other people. It's a horror game, really, right? It's made in Unity and it looks perfect. And you have that anxiety because you're worried that you will lose your gear, you get shot from somewhere you don't know where, like you're scared. I am scared in the game. Unity, great graphics, lots of work put in. But then there's also Zero Sievert game, which was done in a game maker and follows the same principle as Tarkov, which is if you die, you will lose your progress and your gear. So the atmosphere, the vibe is the same, but this is pixel art 2D top-down shooting game, right? And then you have 3D complex stuff in Tarkov in Unity. Just need a good game idea. Look at Among Us, right? Exactly. And even so, you can always pivot, change if your idea gets some sort of feedback from your community or from people. Okay, I'm about to finish that stream. This is going to be a short one, but we really need to figure this stuff out. Project Zomboid, again, perfect, another perfect example of a great game. Okay, we need to fix this because this is null for some reason. A left-hand weapon sprite. So tell me, why is this null? No, it shouldn't be null. Oh yeah, Zomboid, it's a great example of a very popular game without really some amount of crazy graphics. Okay, I probably also need to do what? Why does it start with this? The texture should be empty. The debugger should be not complaining. Okay. Why are we starting with this, really? Oh, because of right hand. Okay. Yeah. Clear this. Okay, we have this. I equip it to the left hand. Okay, and then I block. It looks okay-ish, but there's one thing that we'll need to change. Have the information about the weapon. But the problem is set active weapon to a weapon. And then we know only about one weapon. So this, we'll need to fix this. But here in case of blocking, right? we need to check whether if attack direction. Okay, let's start by printing this because we're getting close. Have a good, yeah, like I have like maybe 10 more minutes. So if you guys wanna stay or hop off, free to go. Okay, we're blocking, and this is going to say right or left. Okay, perfect. So in this case, we need to check if attack direction is equal left or attack direction is equal right. I need to say, and I have to do before I play the animation. I need to say left hand weapon sprite vector is equal to weapon side texture. We just have to switch it here. Okay. I don't like to do it on the fly. Oh, there's no attack direction. Oh, we have, okay, maybe it will work. Because unfortunately, this is step dependent. It shouldn't be, but you know, it is. Okay, so I grab the shield, I equip it to the left hand, and I block, okay. And this is not working. Which is sad. Let's see. Maybe that's gonna be something to be solved next time. Okay. Let's see. So we do this, and no, I don't want to drop it. I want to equip it. Okay, it's null because this is a weapon item. So the question is, who sets that? And do we even set that? I don't think we do. Okay, let's do right weapon, left weapon, and it's going to be right weapon, and this is going to be left weapon. And here we must say left weapon is equal to weapon, and right weapon is equal to weapon. And how do you achieve not getting anxious when programming live? Oh yeah, dude, don't spinning this. Don't get me started on that. I am getting stuck right now. Like really, it's bad. Like when I code live or when I'm and even when I'm recording tutorial, you can see this in my tutorials. I am making mistakes. I am getting stuck. One thing I do when I record tutorial, so you guys maybe do not see it, I actually pause the recording to solve some issues, right? But yeah, I can imagine it being hard because you're on a display and other people are watching you, right? And they can say, oh, he sucks, I will solve this in 1 minute. And oh, there's his mistake, why can't he see this? The problem is, with age, I became outcome independent when it comes to doing this. Meaning, I don't care whether I fail or how many times I will fail, like how audience will react. Don't get me wrong, I love what I'm doing and I love you guys and I appreciate you asking questions, right? But the myth of the genius hacker that just hacks away and everything works, it's only in the movies, dude. Like, I have 10 years of professional experience as a web developer and I make mistakes daily. Every single time I keep on looking up things on the internet, I just don't care. I just try to get the shit done. Like, and sometimes people will say, "Oh, you suck," but on the other hand, that most of people are pretty nice. They will help you. They will encourage you, right? And they will say, "Oh, this just happens, right? Try again." Okay, this isn't working. But we have the direction. So you can see me like really struggling here. Let's see, other direction is left, front, right. So this should actually work. I really have to finish it. I just want to. Okay, perfect. So left weapon has side texture. Is it even called this way? Side in hand texture. Okay. Again, like side in hand texture, and then this should be in hand texture. You see? Yeah, like making mistakes every day. You just you cannot care about your mistakes, because if I would care about my mistakes and what people think about them, I would get nowhere really with my work and with my game dev experience. And hey, we have it working almost. Blocking. Okay, I believe that we have to change the location of front. So going back here, front attachment, and this should be 0 and 10. Another mistake, right? What are you going to do? But you see, across many mistakes that I encountered today, we have our shield working. Yeah, okay, guys. My fiance is coming back any minute now. Thank you. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for very interesting discussion today. Trev, Turbo Justo, Spin Disc, thank you very much for being here with me. It was a pleasure, as always. I'll be off for the next few days as I'm traveling to Italy, but I'll try to stream next week because, hey, being here with you guys, it's lovely. It's just a pleasure. Hello, Rufus. How often you are streaming? You know, I try to do it at least once a week. The problem now with our wedding preparations is just it just makes my schedule really crazy. So I do not have a strict schedule yet. I'm still working that. Maybe in next month after our wedding, I'll try to be more consistent. Hello, Rufus. We're just finishing that. So, yeah, thank you. Oh, no, just no worries, Rufus. I'm just, trying to make our Godot community better. Our small, wonderful, lovely community, right? Which consists of wonderful people. So yeah, thank you guys, thank you very much. Keep on coding. You can do it. We can do it together. Every single project is valuable. Every single idea makes sense and can become a great game. Take care and see you. Goodbye.